breaking news is hitting us fast and furious today. Juventus is making moves in the transfer market, a former star's deal is revealed, and a rising defensive talent is turning heads. You do not want to miss this. First up, Juventus sporting director Marco Ottolini is keeping a close watch on Manchester United's Manuel Ugarte, with a key friendly match in Turin as the backdrop for this scouting mission. Could this Uruguayan midfielder be on his way to Turin? Then, we're diving into a bombshell confession from an agent revealing that Edin Dzeko had a concrete agreement with Juventus back in 2020. What happened to that deal, and how close did it come to fruition? And finally, all eyes are on the intense World Cup qualifier between Bosnia and Italy, where young defender Taek Muharemovic is emerging as a transfer market star, with both Inter and Juventus already making contact. Don't go anywhere. Hit that subscribe button and notification bell.
Tired of dropping your phone or struggling to prop it up? Meet the Pop Sockets phone grip with expanding kickstand in black, your new must-have accessory. Don't miss out. Grab yours today. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Juventus has its sights set on Manchester United's Manuel Ugarte. This Uruguayan midfielder, who arrived at Old Trafford in 2024 for a hefty €50 million, has a long-term contract until 2029. He's made 68 appearances for Manchester United, contributing with goals, assists, and a notable 16 yellow cards. Juventus's sporting director, Marco Ottolini, was reportedly present at the friendly between Algeria and Uruguay in Turin, specifically to scout Ugarte. This isn't the first time Juventus has shown interest. They've attempted to sign him on loan previously from both PSG and Manchester United. With Teun Koopmeiners potentially on his way out, Ugarte is being considered as a midfield reinforcement for Juventus, especially as Galatasaray shows interest in Koopmeiners. The football world is buzzing with these transfer speculations, with fans eager to see if Juventus can secure Ugarte for their midfield rebuild. Will this Uruguayan sensation make the move to Sarajevo? Get ready as we uncover the details behind Edin Dzeko's near transfer to Juventus. A stunning agent confession reveals that Edin Dzeko had a prior agreement with Juventus. This revelation sheds light on a potential transfer that never materialized back in 2020, leaving fans to wonder what could have been. Details have emerged from a football agent who has claimed that striker Edin Dzeko had reached a full agreement with Juventus in 2020. This piece of information adds a significant layer to the history between the player and the Turin club, suggesting a move was once very close. The specifics of the deal, including the proposed terms and the reasons why it ultimately fell through, are now a subject of intense discussion among football enthusiasts and pundits. This news has sparked considerable debate online, with fans speculating on how Dzeko's presence might have impacted Juventus's performance in the seasons that followed. What other major transfers were almost a reality? Stay tuned as we shift our focus to the rising stars in the Bosnia versus Italy clash. All eyes are on the World Cup qualifier between Bosnia and Italy, with a standout defender drawing significant transfer interest. Taek Muharemovic, a young talent from Sassuolo, is being closely watched by top European clubs, including Inter and Juventus, as the transfer market heats up. The match between Bosnia and Italy is not just about World Cup qualification. It's also a stage for emerging talents to showcase their potential. Among them is Taek Muharemovic, a 2003-born defender who has been a consistent performer for Sassuolo this season. His impressive displays have not gone unnoticed, with both Inter Milan and Juventus actively pursuing him. Inter had made an initial move in January, but Sassuolo's CEO requested discussions be postponed until the summer. Juventus, having previously developed Muharemovic in their youth ranks, has also made an inquiry and holds an advantage with a potential buyback option at half price should they decide to make a concrete offer. Fans and analysts are keenly observing Muharemovic's situation, anticipating a fierce bidding war for his signature this summer. Will this young defender choose Inter or Juventus? Get ready for our final report on a transfer saga involving Manchester United's Manuel Ugarte. Juventus is reportedly monitoring Manchester United midfielder Manuel Ugarte. sporting director Marco Ottolini was spotted scouting the Uruguayan international during a recent friendly, signaling Juventus's continued interest. Juventus has long admired Manuel Ugarte, even attempting to secure him on loan from both PSG and Manchester United in previous transfer windows. Now, with the Bayern potentially looking to overhaul their midfield, especially if Tune Koopmeiners departs, Ugarte has re-emerged as a key target. Ottolini's presence at the Algeria vs Uruguay match in Turin underscores the club's serious intent. Ugarte, under contract with Manchester United until 2029, arrived in 2024 for a substantial fee and has since accumulated significant experience, albeit with a high number of yellow cards. His potential availability could hinge on Manchester United's Champions League campaign and other transfer market developments. This potential transfer has generated considerable buzz among Juventus supporters, who are eager for new midfield signings. Could Ugarte be the midfield maestro Juventus needs? That's all for today's top stories, but stick around for our rapid-fire recap and final call to action. And that's a wrap on today's explosive news. Juventus is eyeing Manuel Ugarte. Edin Dzeko had a deal with Juventus back in 2020, and Taek Muharemovic is a hot prospect for Inter and Juventus. Don't miss out on any future updates. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, ring that notification bell, leave a comment with your thoughts, and follow us on all our social media platforms for even more exclusive content.